What's up, guys? Welcome back to your channel. It's your host, Derrick Thomas here. Thank you, guys. I keep thanking you guys a lot because I really appreciate you guys. I see the numbers. I see the subscribers starting to slowly come into the congregation. Slowly, you know you like the content. You know you like what you're watching here on YouTube. And since you like it, subscribe, like, comment. Doesn't take much energy. But anyway, guys, we are going to be covering something a little bit different. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna step away from the the justice system because I've been doing a lot of videos viewing cops either I've been doing a lot of arrest videos or I just recently did a parole hearing video. So we're gonna step away from the justice system. We're gonna step away from law enforcement, and this time we're gonna cover a video completely different. So, background story on me. I live here in Medellin, Colombia. And since I've been living here in Colombia, I always get messages from my buddies back in the USA. Bro, you're a passport, bro. You're a passport, bro. You're a passport, bro. You're a passport, bro. So the video that we're going to be covering is going to be in the realm of that. Well, it's in the realm of it. It's the title of the video, Passport Sis moved to Thailand and became homeless AF. You pack your stuff up, you decide to leave the wealthiest nation in the world to come to a nation, no offense to Thailand, that is lower than the US to end up homeless? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let's dive into the video.
One-way flight from Louisiana to Japan, not having any plans and knowing anything about Japan. I just left. After being in Japan for a day, I realized Japan was extremely expensive and I wasn't going to last here long with the amount of money that I came with. So I decided to book a one-way flight from Japan to Thailand, heading straight to Thailand with no plans and not knowing anything about the country. After staying in Thailand for 5 months, I still was not able to obtain income. I still wasn't able to figure out how to make income. I ran out of money, and that is how I ended up homeless in Thailand.
So you left America and you went to Japan. You packed up and you left Japan. And Japan is expensive. Japan is expensive. I've been out to Japan and it's expensive. It's damn near like the US. It's the same. But anyway, you packed up, you went to Japan, you spent some time in Japan, aka you blew all your money in Japan, realizing that you couldn't stay in Japan, so you went to a cheaper country, Thailand, realizing money wasn't coming in, and now you are homeless in Southeast Asia. Come on, man. Come on, passport sis.
If I was a betting man, I would think that most people outside of America would think that United States citizens are cocky as hell. We think that our country is the best and all other countries suck. And that's kind of how
That's pretty much how we think in the US. Let's not cap.
we've been programmed by the news and by the media. Every other country outside of America is not up to par. So you want to know what? We don't even need to travel. And it took me 34 years to get out of the country myself. For me, traveling would have been going to New York City, going to Atlanta, Georgia, and coming all the way back to California. But in the Black community, we do have some people who are risk takers, and they want to see the world outside of where they're from. And that introduces us to this young lady, Kiwana Moore. Give her a round of applause. This young lady is from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and she gave up everything to take a one-way ticket to Japan. She was doing quite well in her city, but you know what? That wasn't enough. She had the travel bug, and she had to give up a lot to do it. I caught her on.
There ain't nothing wrong wanting to pack up and leave and go somewhere else because that's essentially what I did. But if you're going to do that, make sure you have a plan. You have to make sure how income is coming in via it be an online job, via it be a pension. You have to make sure the money is right. because you look stupid as hell being homeless in a poor country. No offense to Thailand. But you look stupid as hell being homeless out there to the world. And the thing is, the rest of the world, they see you as American. They see you as you got money, you got opportunity. And for them to come outside and to be like, this chick homeless in my country? That's a big L.
On live, and she even explained it like this.
Did everyone try to speak fear into your decision? Yes, they did, bro. So many people, bro. So many people, bro, just was trying to, you know what I mean? So many people was just trying to tell me like you shouldn't do it. You're gonna be losing all your clients. You know, you stay. You know, they just telling me like, you know, you giving up a lot. You know, I felt myself giving up a lot. When I had to sell my TV, y'all had a 70-inch TV on my wall in my living room. I had a luxury apartment, upscale luxury apartment. I used to pay $1,600 a month, bro. When
Why she keep itching her nose like that? She keep.
I had to take that 70-inch TV off the wall, I cried because I realized, like, damn, I was attached to a lot of shit. I was attached to when I had to break my bed down. I spent $5 grand on my bed. When I broke my bed down, bro, I was crying because I love my bed. When I sold my car, bro, I was just like, bro, ooh, this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this, bro. Some of my favorite clothes, I had to sell my favorite clothes, bro. I was just like, bro, ooh. All them material stuff can be bought back, bro. Exactly.
But then she arrived in Tokyo, and this clip will explain what happened there.
Number one, I wouldn't spend $5 grand on a bed. I would not spend $5 grand on a bed. And number two, yeah, there are going to be people telling you that what you're doing is very, very risky because of how you are now. You're homeless in Thailand. So you just proved them right. You just proved them completely right. God.
This is how I ended up homeless in Thailand. I booked a one-way flight from Louisiana to Japan, not having any plans and knowing anything about Japan. I just left. After being in Japan for a day, I realized Japan was extremely expensive and I wasn't going to last here long.
For a day. After being in Japan for a day, I'm telling you, Japan is just like the US. Japan is just like the US. It's expensive in Japan. You got to have money to be out there and play with the Japanese. Hold on, let me rephrase that. That sounded so complete. You got to have money to be out there and just mingle and socialize and live within the Japanese society. That sounds a lot better. But after a day, she didn't do no extensive research on, all right, cool. What's the average income of the Japanese? How much does an apartment cost in Japan? Where in Japan am I going to live? And the most important part, how is this money coming in? How am I going to keep myself afloat? You just bypassed all that, sold your TV, sold your bed, sold your car, consolidated everything into two big ass duffel bags and a skateboard, and decided to leave the US. I'm not faulting you on the risk that you took because shit, I took that same risk too. I'm faulting on you. I'm coming at you because you didn't thoroughly think this plan through. You didn't realize that, all right, cool. What do I do when I run out of money?
along with the amount of money that I came with. So I decided to book a one-way flight from Japan to Thailand, heading straight to Thailand with no plans and not knowing anything about the country. After staying in Thailand for 5 months, I still was not able to obtain income. I still wasn't able to figure out how to make income. I ran out of money, and that is how I ended up homeless in Thailand.
Then there was a YouTube video about the subject called Tokyo is the worst place to stay. I had no choice but to move. So that took her.
Was Tokyo really the worst place to stay? Or Tokyo was just way too expensive for you? Come on.
All the way to Thailand. Then when she went to Thailand, things got a little bit more difficult, as explained in this clip.
This is how I survived in Thailand with only $7. After living in a small village for almost 5 months, not making any income, I was running out of money. I was down to my last $50. On January 22nd, I decided to take a risk spending my last $50 on a bus ticket from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, then from Bangkok to Pattaya. That left me with only $7 to my name. I didn't know what to do. I was worried, but I kept my faith and trusted that God would make a way. After making it to Pattaya, I met with a local.
I just don't like when people bring God into this. God is not responsible for your bad decisions. Don't sit here and be like, well, after realizing that I'm running out of money, I just kept faith. And God looking at you like, bro, that last $50 should have been used to go to the US embassy and tell them to ship your ass back home. Go to the nearest US embassy, tell them that, hey, you are about to be homeless in this country. I need a way back home. Please. Here's $50. Just put me on one of them military flights. I don't care. Send me to just get me back home. I need to get back home. But instead, you use the $50 to go even further in the country or go to a different area or a different country. I don't know where Pattaya, I don't know where that is. And now you're left with $7 living in a village, drinking rainwater, living off the land, which I'm not against. I have no problem with it, but that wasn't your initial plan.
Expect. I told him my story and he decided to book me a hotel. And things started to get better at this point.
So then she started making vlogs about how she survived in Thailand with only $7.
What's good, family? So it has officially made 7 days since I moved to Pattaya, Thailand from Pai. And y'all, life has been going. I really don't have nothing to complain about, but life has most definitely been going. And good things are near. Good things are really near. And one thing that I have been learning.
You can't trust a chick with the same haircut as what I got. I can't trust no woman with the haircut I got. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't trust any woman that don't got hair. And I'm talking about women that are not suffering from any medical conditions. I'm talking about a woman that deliberately shaves her head. I do not trust you.
Since I moved to Pattaya, Thailand, is that you have to just keep living. You have to keep living to see things change.
I mean, what else are you gonna
It's
do?
literally the evolution of life. Things constantly evolve and things will most definitely get better. So guys, when I moved to Pattaya, Thailand.
Hey guys, these don't look like Beats Pros. These don't look like Beats. I'd have been sold those to get my ticket back home.
I came here with $7 in my bank account, not knowing what was gonna happen. I was literally scared out of my mind, you guys. Like when I say scared, I was freaking scared out of my mind. Having high expectations of sleeping on the beach. I asked family members to help me out. I asked friends to help me out. No one came through. I was really just like down and out, just didn't know what was gonna happen.
And that's why it's important not to burn bridges with your family. Don't burn bridges or connections with your family. I'm blessed to have my mother and father together, about together since the conception of me. So about probably a little bit, probably 40 years. I'm 31. And if something like this happens to me out here in Colombia, which I manage everything correctly, and also I pray to God that no negative energy or no nothing like this ever happens to me, I got my family that got my back. Don't burn the bridges with your family. Don't burn the bridges with your friends. Because when you're in a situation homeless out in Bangkok, you gonna wish you didn't burn the bridges with them.
And in those moments, you guys, it really shows you, you know, who's on your side. And it also teaches you to just solely lean on God. Got them though.
Man, you better sell one of them dogs. You better sell one of them dogs.
But like I was saying, it teaches you to solely lean on God. And that was one of the main elements that kept me from just being overwhelmed and giving up. Many people will say to me, why don't you go back to America? And I will tell them, you guys, I gave up everything in America to come here, to start a life abroad. Why would I go and start from scratch at home when I'm starting from scratch here?
You're starting from scratch from a country that you're not even a resident at. You're not even a resident in. So I don't even know if it's like, bro, her passport's probably running out of days. It probably already ran out of days. And all it takes is for like the police to be like, identify yourself. And she can't identify themselves. They're gonna be like, bro, who are you? You're going to jail. Countries outside the US don't play. Countries outside the US really do not play. They really don't. That's all it takes. And also a lot of people in different countries outside the US have a negative stigma against people from the US. So all it takes is from one of them Thailand ladies to be like, or whatever they speak. No offense to Thailand. However they speak, or however they speak, and the police is on you. They'll be like, yo, there's this bald-headed black lady walking through my neighborhood with a camera. What the hell's going on? No offense to Thailand. It's solely entertainment, guys.
I'm going to keep fighting, and I'm going to make a living and make my way here in Thailand. And if not in Thailand, just overseas. I want to be here. I love living abroad. I love the constant newness of every day is just an adventure. So yeah, that is the reason why I didn't just give up and go home. On top of just knowing that God is my support system. And no matter where I'm at in the world, God is going to show up and show out for me. Even if things get hard, we all have chapters of life and we all have stages of life that we have to overcome. And I refuse to give up midway through this chapter of my life. So
I like her determination. I like the fact that she's staying positive. I like the fact that she does not want to give up. You can do all that, but there's going to be a point of time. There's going to be a point of time where you're going to have to think logically. You're going to have to realize, like, yes, I don't want to go back to the US. Yes, I have nothing else in the US, but you do have opportunity and you do have a higher chance to rebuild yourself and get back to what you were. You're not a resident of Thailand. All the jobs that you're going to get are going to be in like kitchens and that's if you speak the language. I don't even know if she speaks Thai. If you plan on doing something like this, I think the best thing to do is, all right, cool, stay put, and learn the language. Stay put and learn a language. Connect with expats, travelers, American travelers, and whatnot. Hopefully they can help you out. I know earlier in the video, Homeboy helped her out with a hotel for that night. But really, us expats, when we come across another person from the US, bro, we don't be wanting to give them their money. We be like, yo, just go home. Go home.
So with that being said, I'm going to fight and I'm going to make it happen and I'm going to figure it out
Make
the
it
best way
happen.
I can, with help or without help. Either way it goes. Honestly, this is one of the reasons why I love Thailand. You just walk up on a freaking alligator getting smoked over fire. They made sure they left the head on that thing. Wow. Back to what I was saying. I came to Pattaya 7 days ago with $7 in my pocket, in my bank account.
She went to a different
Seven
part of the
days later,
country.
I have $650 in my bank account. On top of almost doing hair every day this week. So good things are happening. And great things are near. I've also gained
I mean, yeah, she got more money, but you still broke. You still broke. I mean, I don't know how much rent goes out and how much rent is out in Pattaya, but you better make that 600 stretch.
40 subscribers within this last 15 days. So,
There we go.
you
YouTube.
have to most definitely celebrate the small wins and look at the bigger picture. But yeah, I'm wrapping the video up right there, you guys. I do appreciate all the love and all the support and all the good words that I do get from you guys. It's definitely needed. But peace out. Till next time.
It got so bad, the sister even moved to a village in Thailand. So what she had to start doing was, you know what? She started doing hair with American clients. You see here, she's doing dreads. But then she started getting a lot of hatred from a lot of commenters. I caught her on live stream when she ended up talking about it here.
Love your response, even to the negatives. Yo, I don't get a negative people no energy, bro. They want to see me act up crazy. They want to see me, they want to see me just act irate. They want to see my energy. They want to hear that break in my voice. They want to, that's what they looking for. And then when I don't get it, they like, okay, it's not working. Let me just leave the chat. Y'all see how like the negative people just leaving the chat? It's new negative people coming in, but the old negative people just leaving because they realize I'm not really giving them no nothing. They not getting nothing from me. It's not. They want me to feed their ego. I can't do it. I don't have it to give. I don't have it to give. I love how you really don't give a f- people think I don't. And you want to know what's crazy? I realized I didn't. I thought I gave a f- about what people think until I went viral and I seen so many people talking about me, and I'm like, damn. I was telling my fiance last night. I
Fiance.
was like, I thought
Fiance. Hey, I mean, if you're gonna be homeless out there in them countries, I mean, and you a woman, you better cling on to some dude. You better cling on to some dude for real.
I would be more happy about going viral. I was telling her, I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to feel something more from this. I'm like, it's cool, but it's like it's so nice, but it's like, and I was really questioning myself last night, like, am I not being appreciative of like, but it's like, it's not doing nothing for me. Like, it's cool. It's not doing nothing for me energetically. It's doing something for me financially, and it's doing something for me like in the physical, but in the energetically, it's just like negative comments, going viral, making the news in Thailand.
Now, let me just say this. She seems like a very positive young lady. She's not a feminist or out here hating on black men or hating on black people. So I don't want guys to go over and disrespect her. In fact, I saw her on live. I gifted the sister, and she's just living her life. She's living a very positive life. But again, this happens to a lot of people. You know, your boy is living out here on the continent. Your boy is
My dude out here crip walking in Africa. My dude here crip walking in Africa, but hey, he look happy, man. I guess happiness is what it's all about. Nah. Fuck that. If I hit rock bottom zero, homelessness out here in Colombia, hey, I'm going back to the USA. I'm going back to the USA. Straight up. But I can't do that. I got my wife here. I got a whole apartment here, so I can't. I can never see that. I can never see that. I got a supporting family. I got her family. I got my family here cheering us on, supporting us. So I would never see me being homeless out here in Colombia, a third world country, a poor country. I'm gonna keep it real.
Is out here living in Africa, right? And we have a lot of people from the diaspora that come over to the continent and they have a dream. They come out here and they find out that it is too expensive. This is not just happening on Africa. A lot of the passport bros, you know, they end up going to different places. Remember, there was a passport bro that had a situation at the airport where he needed like $100 to get home.
What up, y'all? I'm here still in DR. I missed my flight last night. I just got off the phone with Spirit. I'm waiting on them to call me back. It's $100 reschedule fee.
Damn. Go watch my last video on Spirit. Spirit Airlines does not play. They do not play. They want to charge you for everything. They want to charge you for everything. They want to charge you for the food on a plane. But that round trip, that one way to Medellin was $96. You can't trust Spirit.
Basically, I need a Cashapp, guys. I need a Cashapp.
SOS. He's sending on an SOS.
Try to get this fee together, man. I'm so sick right now. I'm sick as hell. I've been trying to call Kayla because I know she's like in the area. So I was trying to call her to like set something up to where I can get like some actual money because I'm hungry. I have very little bread left. I maybe got like $15. I'm just calling on the subscribers now to see can I get another 100 to get the reschedule fee. They try to make me book for a whole nother ticket. I argue with that guy. I don't got them customer service with Spirit for about had to be at least 45 minutes.
But if you know you were in that type of situation, why would you miss your flight? Why would you miss your flight? Making that flight should have been everything to you. I would have slept in the airport 2 days prior, 3 days, a week prior. If I knew I didn't have no way to get to the airport, and say if I was far, say if I'm an athletic guy. So if the airport is about 20 miles, I'm walking because if I knew that if I miss this flight and I have to pay a $100 reimbursement fee because it's Spirit, I'm staying at the airport 2 weeks prior to that flight.
I'm damn near, I don't know.
Spent all that money on that P2P in South Sua.
I can hear I didn't lost my voice yelling up there and then yelling at customer service. Yeah, man, this trip turned out to be so bad, yo. This trip was so crazy, guys.
So this doesn't happen with just women. It happens with people in general. And none of this stuff is funny because genders. I can just imagine being overseas and having not any money to my name. I mean, this is a video of the lady right here talking about how she didn't have any money in the account. She had negative dollars. You can die and go broke. Luckily, she ended up meeting up with some people, some wealthy families over there. She's been able to get some help. She talked about meeting one of these people in this clip.
What's good, family? What's popping? So right now we're at Grand I don't know how to pronounce this, but this place is freaking beautiful, you guys. April said it's Yakini Goo. This is my homegirl April, and we are at this lovely spot.
Hey,
Ooh. Hey.
she came up. She came up. She came up. Hey.
All right, we got some Vietnamese tea. This cup is so little. Sayo. In the club with my twin, we be vibing, y'all. I am with April. I am with CC's rich boyfriend, and I'm with my girl back here. Yeah.
But to those Americans who are going to a different spot, especially in the black community, one of the things you never want to do is to move to a different country without a plan. You are most certainly going to fail. All right. You don't know how things are going to be there. I would always say before you move someplace, visit the place first, especially when you're a black person moving to like a non-black place. Visit first. All right. When you're in Africa, it is still hard, but you got a lot more leeway to do some things over here because you are black. You are from America. And I will say that. But you want to visit first. Make sure that you see what's going on.
But anyway, we're going to cut the video right here because I'm going to give you guys a backstory on what happened to me out here in Colombia. Okay. I first came excited to come. I'm a cyclist, so I went on a bike ride, and I had my debit card in my back pocket because in cycling, the pockets are behind you, which I thought I put it in my back pocket, but I dropped my debit card, and that was the only debit card I had. That was the only debit card I had. That was my only access to money. I dropped it somewhere out in the Colombian mountains. In my head, I'm thinking, yo, like they're buying drugs with my money. They're buying arepas, chicharrón, aguacate, papaya. I don't, yo, because the thing is, the dollar goes so far out here in Colombia. I'm like, bro, they found this debit card, and they were like, God, thank you. Moment I got back home, I hopped on my phone, checked my bank account. Nothing was. No transactions were made. I canceled the card. I called my family. I called the bank. Told them to ship the card to my parents' house, which why is it important. You shouldn't burn bridges with your parents and with your family, because when you're in dire need, you're going to need some help. But anyway, the card got shipped to their place, and they shipped the card out to me. I went back to the U.S., and the time I came back to Colombia, I made sure I showed up with like five different debit cards, 3 credit cards. That was the only time I was homeless in a foreign country. I still had my apartment. My apartment was already paid for. I had food, but I didn't have access to money. I didn't have access to my US dollars, and that I couldn't sleep that night. They express shipped the card within 2 days, but I couldn't even sleep that night. And then hearing stories of people getting shipped out here into Colombia and it disappears. So I'm thinking, what if I ship my card here and it gets lost in the postal service? I did not sleep for 3 days. 3 days. The day I lost my card and the 2 days it was being shipped. I did not sleep for 3 days. But anyway, guys, that was a great video that we covered. Passport says moved to Thailand and became homeless AF. Guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for the comments down below. Comment what country you would like to go to. Comment anything related to travel. Where have you been? What countries have you experienced? Have you ever been homeless out in a foreign country? Comment down below. I really appreciate you guys. Donate to the Cash App. $ Derrick Hakeem Thomas is right down here in the banner. And it's not because I'm homeless out here in Colombia. It's because I want you guys to fund the channel so I can get you guys better quality content and more content, guys. This is your host, Derrick Thomas, signing out. Peace.